And welcome back to the Career Build Series. This is episode 148. So we'll do some building in this video, do a little bit of work on some of the different things we have to do. So let's start and go ahead with Triton. And so we'll do some Triton systems work. And so start to go in and do some of the to-do list here. So I think functionality-wise, we're doing pretty well. We have some ship's working well. We can go out there and utilize it for a long time. We're just trying to start working on some of the things that need to be done. I did hook up the electricity to the crane, got that all going. What I'd like to do, I think, is I want to make these fire cannons work. And so the way they work on the Damen 2111, what I'll do is I'll bring that up. Let me save this here. I want them to work exactly the same as the Damen 2111. So let's bring that ship up. And this needs an update as well to the new drive system. And then I'd like to do Lua. I'd like to get this in to the series every once in a while. I'm just going to fly down. So this has a realistic start procedure like Triton, battery bank, recharge. I'm going to switch out Triton's new generator for this old generator. Put in the new harbor generator at some point. As you can see, the Damen 2111 has a sprinkler system, an auto sprinkler system here in the ceiling. If the temperature probe gets over 120 degrees, it will automatically spray water on all of the engines to put out any fires. This is a faked fuel water separator, which you have in real ships. This is a faked hydraulic system. We have some air venting here where it's exposed in the engineering compartments, but as you get into the living quarters, it's kind of faked as though that would be where it was. So I kind of like that. We have like some living stuff, washer and dryer. That's kind of crap. I want to replace that. This is like a faked air handler. All sorts of stuff like that. This is bilge system. So Triton needs a bilge. I think that's on my to-do list. Let me bring up my to-do list. But these are all things that I need, and so kind of looking at some of the other builds helps to inform me of what I need. And so if you look at those blue tanks over there, that is DEF. DEF is diesel exhaust fluid, and what diesel exhaust fluid is it's a urea-based chemical, and it is injected into a system with the exhaust and helps catalyze the fuel to reduce pollution. And so essentially what I did is I faked it where you put jet fuel in here, and then it essentially reads how much fuel is in the tank, and as you use fuel, it will jettison the DEF, and then it will automatically shut the engines down if you don't have DEF, and that's how it does it in real life to a certain extent. This is a simulated air compressor, so like a lot of these decorating things can come later once it's running. But I want to put DEF in. I want to put some of these decorations in. Definitely a build system is high on the list, so let me make sure that's in here on my to-do list. Let's see, bilge. Bilge, yeah, definitely need a bilge. Fire sprinklers, DEF. I need a service panel so I can refuel the ship itself. I also need one for refueling any parasite craft. I want to do pump outs as part of the bilge system. So essentially, it would just be a fluid port and a hose. So that let's say Triton sank out at sea, that I could lower down hoses, hook them to the ports, and then actually use a vessel on the surface to pump out. And Triton is way too big for me to actually try to physically raise up from the bottom of the ocean. So what I would have to do is I'd have to pump out the water, which would give it the buoyancy back, and then it would float again. These are actually functional fire pumps. That's so the way they do them in real life on certain boats is, so this is our shaft going out to the azipods, and then you could do a PTO off the front. So I kind of had to fake it off the front, and then it would do the pumps there. That is the DEF system there, so I'll add some sort of detailing there. So kind of just looking at this, but let me go upstairs. So again, we prime this. This is ready to start up. Like this is all my relays, and this is my breaker room on this ship. These are essentials. These are the non-essentials. So again, it's set up You know, this was, of course, before Triton systems, but this is set up that way. So I just want to show you the firefighting nozzles and how I want them set up on Triton. So let's go master power. All right, so if we go to camera, and then we switch through our cameras, that's not the one, this one. As you see now, we have a fire nozzle. All right, so the fire nozzle in the back. Let me turn my seat here. Where is seat pivot? I moved some stuff around, so I'm kind of not. I don't remember where it is. Chair left. Here it is. Okay, so I can move my chair, and then if we look at this nozzle, this is the right nozzle. It's sitting right there. It's actually sitting right there. And so what I can do is I can actually raise it. You see it go up there, and I can make it go left, right. And then if I go, I need to start my engines for this. I don't think I do, actually. Let's go. Return, returns. N starts the pumps. That's correct. I think N starts the pumps, doesn't it? Yeah, N starts the pumps. And then if I go plus, that increases the pressure, as you can see. And then I can both visually look at it and I can move it on the camera here. And you can see where the water is going. So that's how I want the system set up on Triton, to use the same fire nozzles. And you can kind of see, you know, we get a really good long spray with this, and we can do firefighting with Triton. So let's go ahead and bring this back in the workbench, and let's grab all the components required for this. So I already have the nozzles up there. I need to grab all their components. So what I need is I need to find the panel. And this is camera controller fire cannon port. Okay, so I need the ones that are fire cannon. Fire cannon port. If that was fire cannon starboard, that would be gorgeous, but it isn't. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I think I said this before, where if you cut them, so we'll cut these. If you cut them, they stay together. You can move all the parts together. And so that's why I'm cutting them and not just I'm cutting them instead of copying them. All right, so now actually what I'm going to do is I've been trying to do better at actually making modules, and that way it'll make me building stuff in the future much easier, where I don't have to continually rebuild things and go back and move them. I'll be able to just add the module on. So trying to get better at doing that. I don't mind if I grab a bunch of the crap from the ship that I don't need. I'll delete that off. So what I'm going to do is actually make the module itself. Alright, so this is all getting cut. And then I'll clean this up, and I'll make it its own little module so that in the future when I want to add this to ships, I don't have to do a ton of work. Okay, I'm trying to see where is the actual pivot here. The pivot is, I'm just kind of looking for the pivot here. Maybe just place this down, and once I start cutting away, I'll hopefully be able to find it. And so it'd be nice to get the fire cannons up and running. Right now, you know, we can't really do any firefighting with this, so that'd be good to get this up to where we can firefight with Triton. Okay, and so see, the way that I have this operating is, not sure actually. Okay, so where's the rotation on this? Okay, it rotates deep in the bowels of the ship, so it's this light baby blue color. So if we look down here, we should have right underneath it right here. This is our actual, that's how it turns here. So let's look for that. As you can see, that goes up there. So that's a trick that's kind of cool you can do in game. A lot of games disallow, building games disallow that. I'm glad that Stormworks doesn't, because it makes it much cooler that you can do this. I have the space, like see, I didn't have the space in here to actually do it with regular pivots. I might do it with regular pivots on the, when I put it on Triton. Triton's bigger, Triton has the space. We'll see when I get it in there. Like that's why I have a hose going there, is that if I could get rid of the hose, I would like to. Alright. And so I'm just essentially grabbing these up, and I'm making, trying to disconnect these so that the modules are all set up. And then that will just make it so much easier. Okay, so that is there, and then let's check the logic. Logic's all connected. What else is this going to? That is going to firefighting port cannon. Firefighting port cannon. Where is this going to? Fire. Let me just grab it out of there. It's going to be easier than me. I'm trying to read it way in the bowels of the ship here. Alright, so that's that. Let's see where this is going. So this goes to there. This goes, where does that go to? Fire alarm port. I'm going to grab all this. I want a big module of firefighting equipment. The Damen TA800 needs all this firefighting equipment too, so if I can take the time and grab it and just put it together, it's going to be a lot easier. Auto fire sprinklers. What is that from? Okay, so the sprinklers need the same pump. I'll grab that too. Again, all these systems are going to go in other ships, so if I can copy them now and kind of move them and put them where they belong, it's going to be so much easier in the future instead of having to rebuild these systems. I'm trying to streamline my building a little bit here. Sometimes, you know, a lot of times I like to rebuild microcontrollers or start from scratch. As much of a pain as that can be, often you get things tailor-made. They just work so much better when they're working for a particular build, but it takes a lot more time. So this way it gives me the option. If I want to still build a bespoke part for a ship, I can do it. If I don't want to, I don't have to. So that goes to small electric motor throttle. Okay, so this here is... I want to grab all my firefighting pump stuff here. This is all going to go on Triton most likely. I think I left space for it. I hope I left space for it. And then we'll just raise it up. Do I have stuff in the middle? I probably do, but I can always delete it. So that should be all the firefighting equipment there. Yep, so that's all that. Those are 2 pumps, so those are going to go. And so it's a lot of ripping here, but again, like I said, this is going to save me so much time in the future. I have to do this on the T800. I have to do this on the on Triton right now. So by doing this now, it's theoretically going to just expedite a lot of things. All right, so let's continue to go through. It's going to be kind of a mishmash, me bouncing around trying to get it. What's that go to? Fire alarm port. Okay. Fire alarm port. Then this goes to firefighting. Okay. That's what. Fire cannon. This is fire cannon starboard. All right, so that's all stuff we need in here. All right, so all this is coming. So again, this is a pretty in-depth system. I did this for a, I think it was Skunkworks challenge. And so essentially, the nice thing about doing it, put it up the side here, as you can see, as I figure out what needs to come, I can kind of just do that. What's that? Valve control there. Okay, so this here is a firefighting locker. And so essentially, in here we have firefighting. Nope, I don't want to do that. In here we have firefighting equipment. We have hose. We have a hose. We have, and so this allows us to fight the fire via hose on the deck. So actually, like if you're gonna fight a fire that's on your vehicle, this allows you to do all that. So I'm trying to see how much of this I need to steal here before I get too annoying. So I'll cut all of this. And then I'll streamline it once I get it separated away from this build and kind of on its own. But that gives me both firefighting nozzles doing it this way. And then so essentially I want to get this to the point where there are no other connections going into the ship. They're all out here. And then so I'll start stripping parts off of this here. it's tedious, but it gets you know, the end result's going to be save me a lot of time on the back end doing other stuff. And so I did erase a bunch of crap on this side, on the port side, but that's not the end of the world either. As long as everything's labeled, it shouldn't be bad. And then you know, I can always change some stuff too. So that's the essentially all the stuff on this side. So actually, did I delete some stuff? I may have. It's not the end of the world. I can connect it back up. But that allows me to fight fires. There's also one here, which is in there. So this needs to go. And so this is all my firefighting equipment on this side. And some of it's just relays and stuff that I don't need. Okay, so like all this stuff can come. This is all the port firefighting locker. And so the locker, again, you just open it up, you hook a hose. It has a fire alarm. It has some other stuff that's kind of cool. And that lets us fight. So especially Triton being very large, we're going to want some lockers around where you can open up the locker, hook in a hose. Let's say the bow caught on fire, so we want one by the bow, we want one by the stern. So we can fight all the different areas where we might catch on fire. I doubt that we're going to catch on fire, but it's better to have it. This nozzle goes where? Which the nozzle goes to this one. I accidentally cut off my nozzle here. Giggity. Let's go like this. All right, and let's merge that one up there. All right, so we're making progress here, ripping all this out. It's oh, trust me, it's a lot easier to rip this out than it is to put it in. This one is pretty dense on parts. What is that? This is just a valve that will go, just a starboard valve, because those pumps here, these big pumps, they just turn on and provide water, and so you need to valve them so that they valve properly and give water where they need to go. All right, let's keep looking for, I'm continuing looking for strings going inside. That is valve control there. So this is the same valve, but on the port side. You know, and this way it gives you constant water pressure off the pump, and then you valve off. You just open the valve if you want to either use the hose or you want to use the firefighting cannon. All right, let's continue to look here. This here, what's that go to? That goes to another valve. That's okay. That's good. This is all set there. Something's coming in here. This is going to fluid on-off valve. So that's the valve for the for actually going up to the fire hose. So this goes right underneath this right here. Yeah, this connects right. Oh, these arrows are always annoying. Right there. All right, and so just continue to look for where my line's going. And as lines continue to go down where they don't belong, I have to do more. Buzzer. Okay, buzzer is the fire alarm, so we can turn on a fire alarm if we detect a fire. So the fire alarm needs to come. Okay, so this is, at this point, it looks like this is going to be an all of a firefighting episode of doing that. So let me try to finish up. So let me try to do this a little bit more meticulous. Finish a panel before I go to the next one. What's that? Overhead panel alarm bridge. Okay. Dog's just clinkety clanking around here. That's fine. This will actually be good. This will save me some work on Triton. This also does the horn for just the regular signaling horns. And it's hooked to an overhead panel. So again, this just saves me work. So this, you know, any big ship I make is probably, I'm going to probably want these systems. So if I could put them together now, it's a little bit tedious, a little bit annoying probably, but it will make us really make things much easier in the future, just trying to trying to put parts together, because I can just dump this on the deck, hook up all the logic, and then boom, I have a working system instead of having to redo it all from scratch, which is certainly a learning experience and is helpful probably for a lot of people, but also can be tedious. And then a lot of people might want it on the workshop, so I can put it on there at some point as well. So this is our main horn, and then so we're starting to get rid of all the connections. So I'm going to focus on one panel at a time and try to get that so that it's no longer going into the hull. So this one is, these look all done. This one's going to something. This one here is actually going to something. What is that going to? Rotation target. Compact robotic pivot rotation target. How is that? That is starboard cannon. Oh, okay, so this is the, I didn't put up the, I didn't bring up the actual pivot for that starboard cannon yet. So that's this pivot for the starboard cannon. All right, and so cut this and move this over and put this on the starboard cannon here. And so this one goes to the starboard cannon. All right, and that will go there, paste that. And I'll probably end up changing those, but I still need to have the node, and it makes it easier to find it. All right, so what is still going into the hull of the ship? All those panels are no longer going into the hull of the ship. That is good. Do we have any? This here, this is our fire suppression system. That's our next thing. So this is pretty much all nozzles. So nozzles, that goes to auto fire sprinklers. That goes to our pump. That goes to our other pump. That's our temperature sensor, so we need that. And then we need every nozzle here. So I'm actually not going to bother grabbing the nozzles out. I won't bother grabbing the temperature out because I can just very easily put new ones in. Pump, temp, port pass-through. Port pass-through I have, right? Okay. Those are all the nozzles. That goes to pump starboard. That's here. These go to valves, fire sprinklers. That's good. I think we might be there. We might have everything we need. Let's look really quick. Yes, that appears to be it. So next thing I need to do is I'm just going to grab, I'm going to make this simple and easy, and then I'll delete it when I put it in. So I'm going to move all this again so that it's going to be in its own thing, and that will just make it super easy for me to grab all of it. And so, and I'll delete off any parts of the ship that end up coming with. All right, so I think we have all of our firefighting systems now. Let's cut that. Let's put a new one in here. Let's clear this vehicle. Okay. And then I want to just kind of, I want to go over this, over our starting block and kind of just paste it on top of that so that disappears. All right, start deleting here. I'll delete the hull, delete all these things. So, this is going to get us set up. Sometimes it makes sense. Take the time and do the stuff to save yourself time down the road. If I had to go through and build all this stuff again, it would take quite a while, where this is going to be much quicker. I can just plug things in where they need to go. It's going to be much better in the long run. It's a little tedious now, but it's going to pay dividends on time spent. And it also, I kind of, once I've got something working well, I move from vehicle to vehicle a lot. So because I move from vehicle to vehicle, it's like you'll see me look over to my left and be like, for a second, then I look right and I look around. Well, it's me like trying to find where my waypoint panel is because it changes in the different vehicles. The more standardized you can get, of course, the better, but sometimes you can't. Okay, so this is all the firefighting equipment that needs to go in there. So let's save this as ship fire systems. Okay, so ship fire systems. Now we can open up Triton, and then we can load in Ship fire systems. All right. And so we have all the micros, we have everything else we need here, and so I'm just gonna slow down there. A lot of systems on Triton, which will sometimes slow down the editor. All right, so I'm just looking for a place to kind of plant this. Right there is good. Nothing's interacting, good. Luckily everything's red, so that makes it a lot easier to see it. Okay, so these guns are in, so I'm trying to decide if I want to I'm going to redo the guns. No, I can't redo the guns. Because I have this pivot here, I need them like this. So part of the guns are already done. I don't need... so let me find them here. So this is... Where are we at here? All right, so we're on the starboard side. This here is my starboard turner. Starboard pivot for the starboard fire cannon. This is now going to go up to here, to this one. That's going to go to our rotation target there. Next, I want to go to the one that commands my my port side, which is this one, I think. That's port fire cannon. That's going to go up to this one. All right, nice. And so I have some duplication, it looks like, but I will delete those out. I have all the systems here now. Before I was taking it piecemeal, and it was going to take me forever. This will be better, I think, to do it this way. Yeah, this is going to work better doing it this way. I'm going to leave that up, though, so I know where to connect it to. All right, so now I can start deleting out. This goes, and then, where are we at here? This goes. All right, good. All right, and so at some point I need to figure out how I'm going to run these. All right, so I need to run some fire hoses. I'm trying to see where's the best way to run them. So I don't want to have too far of a run. I kind of want to keep it pretty tight. And ooh, that I can't go down there. I was hoping I could go down there, but I can't. So right on this first pedestal here, I should be able to go. There we go. All right, so that's going to be where my hoses go. I was going to almost expose some of them, but I don't think I am. All right, so let's start to do this. Then, all right, so this is where my water is going to be running to feed the system here. All right, so there is the beginnings of where my how these are fed, get fed water. And so I can start deleting off. Not yet. I want to see where all my connections are. So we have electric motor throttle. Goes from here. That is port. That goes there. Electric motor throttle. The up-down pivot here is going to go to, these are going to probably have to be inverted because they're backwards, but I can fix that later. Oh, come on. What does that go to? That goes to starboard fire cannon pitch. Starboard fire cannon pitch right there. That's this right here, goes up here. All right, and then so that's set. That goes to, what is that? That's all part of underneath. That's part of underneath. I think I'm pretty good for deleting cannon parts at this point. So these cannon parts can go. I don't want symmetry on. That's going to be dangerous if that's on. I want the valve, because I want to be able to pressurize the system and then take off of it where I want. So this is a whole firefighting panel all set up nicely there, and then this is the whole firefighting panel over here set up nicely. So gonna keep those together at the moment. All right, so we're making good progress on that. Let's grab this. This horn can go up on the top. And I'll probably end up duplicating the horn a little bit here. Put a couple horns on. How many blocks that? 1, 2, 3, 5 from the fire cannon. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the fire cannon. Now I'll merge these. And then we'll find where this one is connected to there. And then the horn can go there. I didn't grab the panel for this, but that's not a big deal. I can grab it later. Okay. All right, good. So this is our... what the hell is that? Okay, that's not part of their system. All right, so we're making good progress here. All right, next thing I need to do is I need to connect... what is this? That is anchors. Altimeter. All right, so I need to start seeing where... okay, that's not connected to anything, unfortunately. Video, that's not connected. I didn't connect that up. That would have told me where all that goes, which is kind of annoying. These are our different video channels here. So we have 6 and we have 7, so that's where these are going. So 6 is going to be port. 7 is going to be starboard. Okay. What is that? That is map viewer video. Okay, what do these go to? I don't know why these have inputs, probably to pass through. Okay. Let's see. So I need to merge these in. Let me see if that's all of them. That's all of those panels at least. So let's, I'm not going to put them into the interior of the build yet. All right, so let's continue hooking this up and see where we're at. So I'm going to try to merge everything up. Okay, that's still not touching the deck. That one was. All right, so let's start putting these, try to merge these up and see where we're at. Probably not there yet, but let's go ahead and launch it. Let's try infinite electricity. And it's the main thing is to see if we can get these onto the monitors. And so 6 and 7, I believe. Okay, there's 6. All right, so it can't be 6 and 7. Because we don't have all the controls I need. So let me go ahead and save this as Triton. Triton Fire Systems. And I'll open up the 2111. And let's try to figure this out. So this camera goes to... okay, so I didn't put the video input in anyway, so I need to do that. But also, I need to see where this connects to. So this connects to... okay, so composite goes... just looking at this here. Composite output 2. Our composite output 2 goes between those two. Okay, and then I need to see where the video channels go. So the video channel from this one needs to go to 2, and this one needs to go to 3. Okay, so let's do that. 2 and 3. and then composite channel 2. Alright, so these need to plug in. It's starboard. That's port, so I kind of am sitting backwards, but not the end of the world here. Alright, and then these need to be plugged by this one here. Positive output 2. Alright, and then was it 2 and 3? So video, this needs to go to 2. And then 3 needs to go to starboard. I think I have them backwards again, but okay, let's try this now. Be a lot of trial and error on this one, just getting these working right. So that's 2 fire count. See if we get movement. Perfect. So that goes up, that goes down. That's inverted. That's fine. I can fix that. And then that is the spray. We're not going to get, we're not going to have the ability to fire it yet. 3. Right. Okay, so that's correct there. That's correct there. That's good. Not going to be able to spray yet. And that's centered. Okay, good. So that is working. All right. So that's the biggest battle, is getting that working. So this is pretty simple to fix, the direction of that. There we go. That fixes the direction of that. All right, so that cannon is moving fine on the screen. And then I need to connect up the, I think that's already connected. So what do I need? It's this pump. So this pump is working, so that works. That will turn it on. All right, so that's pretty good, I think. Making good progress on that. So let's start plumbing them. That'll be a big step to get that done. I need to see where I want to go with these. So I have some play with where these get routed. Trying to decide if I want to put them through the hull or not, where I can visually see them. I might put them through just because that's kind of a point of interest. See, I might even have them visually here. I think I might do that. So let's do this. Trying to decide. Maybe just for now start fixing the paint a little bit here. Was that black? That's black, yeah. Okay. And so I think I'm going to deal with this underneath here. I was initially going to expose it, but I think I'll wait. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Go upside down there. All right, so that's there. And then you decide if I want to go. That's going to go through here. That's fine. I kind of like that. I might make them red to show their fire. See, the problem is that goes right through the middle of a bedroom there. But it's not the end of the world. I can just carry it across the ceiling. That'd make it fine. I kind of want to plumb this up, get it working, and tested. And then See, I thought I could color both sides of these, but can I not? If I can't color both sides of these, I'm definitely not doing that then. Okay, yeah. That's annoying. Alright, so this needs to be painted, but that's in the wall now, so that can be painted fine, like so. Okay, good. Alright, so this is just to give kind of a point of interest, make it look a little bit more decorated, that it has things kind of sticking through it here, like fire hoses and stuff like that. Then what's this go? Where's this go? That goes into the bow, so that's perfect. That's easy to transit that through. And I'm trying to decide if I want to run the trying to decide if I want to bother running it all the way to the engines and putting those in the front. Kind of thinking I do. So let me go ahead and put the pumps on the engines. And so grab all of this stuff. And then if this doesn't work, I have plenty of space in the bow to put pumping systems. The other thought is to put this pumping system in the bow. So I'm going to cut it and we'll see how I like it. If I want it hooked to the engine, which would use a PTO IRL to pump it, or if I want to not do that. Gonna have to plumb through here anyways, just at some point, just because the see, I don't have the space, I don't think. Actually, yeah, see, the doorway is going to be blocked by that. Actually, where does it go? Go there, and then in one for the PTO. Yeah, that'd be like it had a PTO off the engine. Let me get in there, make sure I can work the door. It's a little tight in here, but don't really hate it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to put it there. I have a bunch of space in the front that I need to kind of flesh out, so I think I'd rather go after that. So I need to change this because I need to grab some of the parts separately here. So I think what I'm going to do is this will be a little bit more space conscious, put it in here. Yeah, I think I'll do right here. This is actually perfect space for it to kind of sit in here. Okay, and then I just need to grab the two parts that I had to leave behind, which is the actual motor that makes it work and a fake clutch, which I don't really need anymore. So this can go. Okay. And the motor can just go and connect. And that goes right there. Yeah. Right there. It's good. Alright, so that's good. That can go right on the deck there. So that's where that one's going, and then the other one will go right on the other side by it. So perfect. Okay, so that's good. Would have been cool to PTO it off the engine, but just a little bit tight. You know, I didn't plan on this for it to go there initially, and so now I know it'll also be a little bit easier to run. I just need to run the sprinklers, which sprinklers aren't really going to do much. What do I have? I have 3 off of that front pipe. And so 1, 2, 3 off of the front pipe there. And then let's just run a line to make sure they're in line with one another. They are, okay. Good. And then this can get deleted. If I can find the delete, there we go. I kind of like it black. Okay. So that's our fire pumps right there. And so I just need to hook those up. So it's not bad. Right there is where they're going anyways. So punch a hole right there. Oh, come on, man. Almost done. There we go. Okay, so that's plumbed in. That gives this room a little bit of interest and purpose. And then this, we have, you know, this is all open space that we can easily put stuff in, so makes it a little bit easier to get this plumbed up here. Alright, so there are fire cannons plumbed up into the system. Those are feeding those cannons, that's good. Alright, let's keep going here. So I want to do some fire lockers. So I think I'll do a bow and a midships here, and then maybe a stern one. So there actually is something in the real ship that's like that. So it's gonna have a fire extinguisher and then a place where you can actually, you know, use it. I need to go back and grab the control panel off the 2111 and re-plug it in. Maybe here. I think like that, maybe. Okay. Nope. Yeah, I need the locker to be out a little bit more. Need to be out at least one spot. Like so. Probably go down more. Think like that. Don't freeze, don't freeze. Okay. And I don't want symmetry on. There's a hatch, 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 hatch. That could actually fit right in the cabinet, I think. Let's look, make sure that's not showing anywhere. Perfect, so that will go like that, then we paint it to match, beautiful. Okay, so that fits there. Alrighty. And so this will be our fire locker for firefighting here. This will have a hose, a fire extinguisher, and a control panel. So this will be more for fighting fires on board on the ship itself. So, don't know how much I like the asymmetry of it all, but adds a point of interest on the bow, so I can play with it later if I don't like the look of it, or I can double it up so it's symmetrical. Alright. Yeah, it's kind of ruining the line of the ship a little bit. Especially seeing that it has to stick out so far. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with it. Not thrilled with it at the moment. Okay. Let's test the... I have to plumb these all the way in so that they actually draw water out of the ocean or the ballast tanks. So I haven't decided yet if I want to do ballast tanks or the ocean. I think I'm going to do ballast. This is one of the front ballast tanks here. No, that's the diesel tank, so we're not sucking diesel out of this. What's in here? This is ballast. This is ballast down here. This should be water. Seawater. Okay, so we'll actually suck it out of the ballast tanks and not the ocean itself. Ballast tanks will automatically, refill themselves as necessary. Oh, I just undid that. Did all that without symmetry, but it's not the end of the world. All right. What is up with this? Why is that so much different? All right. What the heck is going on here? I don't have this turned funny, do I? Okay, maybe I built them asymmetrically, maybe on purpose to just, look a little bit different. All right, whatever. And then, so this will go down to here through the diesel tank. And then this actually will be replaced with a fluid port. All right, so this is going to draw water out of the ballast tanks. Ballast tanks are always going to be full, so they should have no problem supplying water. All right, so that draws out of the ballast tanks. I do not know why this one is screwy like that. Yeah, this one has a little bit of a different design here. Whatever, a little asymmetry is never a bad thing. Kind of makes it a little bit more interesting, I find. As long as it functions and it works, we're good. Alright, so that's connected. There. We're all merged up there. There's a valve there that needs to move, but it's working at the moment. Now let's spawn this, see if it runs. Let's save it first, actually. Alright, let's go ahead and jump on board. See if I can't spray some water. So infinite electricity's on. I'm going to go cam 2 for the port side. Now it's moving right, which is correct. Up. I hear the pump going up top. Let's go down and see if the pump down below. So this one sounds like it's running. Okay. Is this one running? No. Okay, so maybe just the downstairs ones are running. Okay, so this one's running. That one's not running, that's fine. We don't want that one running yet. Okay. So the upper final pumps are not running. Make sure we have hoses going there before I screw that up. Let's see, logic. Okay, that's supposed to be, okay, I have them backwards, I think. This is, no, that's port. That's starboard. That's starboard, yeah. Okay, now where is the pump for these are running fine. Okay, where are these signaled? That runs off of this one. Pump port. Pump starboard. Alright, I'm going to do this before I screw this all up here. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to move this on the starboard side so that I don't screw this up in the future. Alright, so those are both reading in from there. Now let me just check into it and see what's up. Alright, so 4 is supposed to open the valve. It's supposed to switch this state to, what is 3? 3 clamp 1. What is 3? What is 3? Where are we at? 3, 3, 3, 3. Don't know what the point of doing it like that is. Okay, so I don't know why I don't just make this a 1. Let me try that for now. Constant number of 1. Oh, you know why? 3, oh, because I have to turn it up. Okay, so this is the slider. Okay, never mind. That's a me problem. Let's spawn it again, see if it works. And then hopefully if we get these water cannons going, you know, I think I'll call that it for a video. Alright, so camera 2, N, and then I need to go up. There we go. That's the throttle. So I can hear it spin up. Still no water though. See if this is running. Okay, so this is at 100%, so we're just missing out some water. I'll make sure this one's off, that one's off. Okay, so I'm going to check my ballast tank, see if my, oh, the front ballast might not actually fill. I bet the front ballast doesn't fill. I think I remember. Trying to see if this ballast tank is full. I can't tell if that ballast tank is full. So this is pumping water in to the ballast tank. Okay, so this ballast tank looks dry. So if this ballast tank is not filling, then that's not getting water. Okay, so I think I'm going to go straight to the sea for the source. That way, if that ballast tank's empty, we still can fight fires. So what is down here? Is this going to be... I could go 1 in right there, and that's all I need to do. So that's not terrible. No, please have symmetry on. Oh, you're killing me. Okay, it's not the end of the world. It just needs symmetry on here. Just always frustrating that if you don't put symmetry on, that you have to do it again. But it's not a big deal. It's just... It's not like I did a ton of stuff and had to redo it, but yeah, it's always frustrating. You don't have symmetry on, you have to redo something. But it is what it is. Okay, so now that's drawing from the ocean. That's going to give us more consistent results. So let's spawn it. I didn't do symmetry. I did the plane split. So I have to go fix the other one. I didn't do actual symmetry. I thought it looked funny. Camera 2. N turns the system on. Okay. Let me see what's up here. Okay, 0 fluid in. Okay, that's going here. Alright, so it should go up through here, up through there, into there, out. Check the pressure. 0 fluid is going in. Alright, why is 0 fluid going in? That is, I don't think that is a, I have to check that. That should be in a pipe. I can check the actual fluid port itself and see if that's getting any pull. It's showing it's drawing water. It's got a long way to go. Let me follow the path. Let me actually do the symmetry instead of this plain bolt nonsense that I that I accidentally did instead of it. All right, where the hell am I in here now? How much of the symmetry did I miss out on? Not much. Okay, good. Okay, fluid, white, bingo. Okay, this here is going to be straight piece. All right, connect these up. A couple elbows. I could put boost pumps in there as well if it's a boosting problem. So that's going there. This is straight line. That is straight line. That goes into the, make sure all these are functioning well. That goes into the in. That goes out the out. That then goes up into the in, out the out. Make sure these are both torques. They should be. They are. Again, this system works on the Damen 2111. You saw it work, so definitely works. That is a straight enclosed. Comes around the corner here successfully. Let me check. I'm just going to follow up this side because this side's the only one I'm actually looking at so far. That goes up. That goes straight up there. It goes into the bedroom here. Goes up around that corner in here. Goes up there and through another elbow going up. Make sure this is a straight piece. Straight piece. Bingo. Right there. Okay. So that didn't have a pipe to complete it. So let's try it now. Often that's your issue, is forgetting a pipe. Alright. Let's jump in. Camera 2. In, and there we go. We have a water cannon. Look at that. And let's I'm going to go max range, just see kind of how we're looking for max range. What I can do on this side too is I can go change, that's not the wrong one. I can go to camera on this side. I can go to 3. And I can actively control this one hopefully as well. This one might have more sensitivity. I might have to decrease the sensitivity. And plus, and there we go. We have a pair of fire cannons. So let's actually split them. We'll do a little bit of a shot for the video here of my 2 cannons. So as you can see, I can click on it and then look outside as I watch it move as well. Beautiful. And so that's good. I'm happy with that this is up and running. It's also nice, like I said, you know, to have kind of a module that that shows me or that allows me to more easily put it on other ships. You know, it's still a little bit of work, but it's a lot less work than me having to re-figure it out. All right. I just had what I wanted, and then I pressed the escape key. which is awesome. And just get a little pic for the video here. All right, so that is good. Those are in and running. We can put the fires out there. I don't necessarily think I want to add more on the stern. I think 2 is good. These have what I could do is this, and that's actually what I think I'm going to do is so a thought I had was, so right now the arcs are this. So this one can go 90 right, as you can see. So this will go 90 right. So we'll be able to essentially cover the entire front sphere of the ship. If I set it up, I don't know why it's not letting me go past. Oh, I know why. Is I have it artificially limited because on the Damen 2111 there are obstacles. But so the other thing is if I turn these 90 sideways, let me do this real quick. This is what I'm going to do, I think. So I'm going to turn these. I need to turn all of it. Let's go up all the way up to here. Okay. Just going to grab what I need. Definitely need off of this. All right, let's cut this. Let's go 90 right, like so. That actually should fix all that. So let's merge this like so. This can be deleted, and these can go in there like so. All right, and then all this here can be grabbed. And so what this is going to allow me to do is actually cover all of the ship. You know, there'll be a small section in the very middle that won't be able to be covered, but I'm not using this to hit the ship itself. I'm using this to fight fires on other ships and so, or other vehicles. And so by having these face sideways, it gives me more arc, essentially more area of coverage. And let's cut this. Let's merge this here. Okay, and so now same thing on this. So now this should give me more of an arc. Now I artificially limited it because of it would have hit certain parts of the Damen 2111. I don't have this problem here. I have more space on this. So let me see what I can do here. Trying to think how to set this up. All right, I need to do, so the port side has the speeds that I want. So let me check that. So let's go on this port side. And a lot of this is part of, I forget the person who came out with the controllers, essentially, that does all my screens. They're responsible for this. It will be credited at the end. All right, so camera pitch, I can set a clamp. Camera roll, which should be yaw. I don't know why it's set up as camera roll. See, I have a limit in there. That's because of the Damen 2111. Okay, and then I should have a sensitivity somewhere here, which I'm not sure where that is. So I wonder if I'll try to figure it out here. Okay, so anyways, I changed that. Pitch, I'm going to set my pitch limits in a second here. So let's update this. And let's see how this functions for us. That is, what did I do? Did the port side, let's do the starboard side. All right, so let's update this, and then I can screw around later with some of the stuff. But I'm happy we get it to this far so far. Rest is going to be easy. It's just me plumbing sprinklers in there and plumbing all some stuff up. I just need to put the on-deck firefighting stuff where I don't think it's uber-duper ugly. All right, so see, now we're facing the side, but watch what we can do. We can rotate all the way to the back of the ship. We can rotate all the way to the front of the ship. This gives us 180-degree arcs on either side, where before we could aim two of them this way, which has its benefits, I guess. We can put two fire hoses on the front, so I don't know if I want that or not. This gives me more arc, I think. I think this is better, just having this. I don't, there's nothing where I really think I need two fire hoses out there. Okay, why are we not getting water now? What the heck, man? Why do I have no water now? I bet I know why. But see, that gives me 180-degree fire arc, so I can go all the whole sides of the ship. I don't think I want that, though. No, I don't think I do. I would rather add one on the back, I think, that covers the whole back, to be honest. As much as it's cool to cover the whole arcs here, I can't put two guns on one, which means I'm not going to use both guns. So let me do this. Yeah, not a big deal, but I think it's better to have coverage. And then if I want to add one on the back, I'll do that later. So let's cut this, put it back the way it was. Just preference. I'm going to put the bow of the ship probably facing it, and then I can always put another cannon on the back of the ship and put a third cannon. That's not a big deal. Yeah, I think this is going to be better. I'll show you why in a second here, and then we'll end the video. Because essentially, if I do it the other way, it's going to give me a lot more area to work with, but the issue is going to be that I can't do any convergence with these, and I can't actually fight with both cannons. So what's going to end up happening practically in game is that I just won't use two cannons. Is going to be the problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this needs to come over one. And the reason they weren't shooting water was I just didn't plumb them back up correctly. I missed one of the blocks that I needed to plumb them with. So that was why they weren't working. Okay. Alright, so we all plumbed up. Okay, so this one needs to come forward one. This one's sitting back too far now. Awesome. Yeah, that's not a big deal to fix. That just goes like that. That's why it was being weird. Alright, so I'll show you what I mean in a second here once I get these all put back together. With why I ended up choosing this one. And it'd be kind of cool. I can always add a third sprinkler on the back. And then I actually accidentally deleted a part that I need to fix. That might have actually been what screwed me up here. Yeah, I bet that's what actually screwed me up. See this here is supposed to be on the side. So I bet this is actually what caused the issue. And the reason I need to use the hose is because these small pivots don't allow fluid through. So that's something when I eventually do that video on a feature request video for the devs, it would be nice if we could put power and fluid through these small pivots. Making things that have to be super duper huge, I understand part of the reason why, but the issue is it destroys a lot of builds and a lot of possible builds that you can't do because of it. Miniaturization is really fun because it allows you to cram things into small builds. So, all right, let's quickly do one more test on these, and then I'll show you why I chose to put them back facing forwards, because I want good convergence. All right, so we'll go cam 2, and we'll go cam 3. Okay, so now we'll turn this one on, and we'll power up. And we'll turn this one on, and we'll power this one up. All right, so now see we have convergence. So I can actually move this one in, And because of that, I can feed both of them to the same spot. And so I can converge the two streams. And because I can converge the two streams, I can more quickly put out the fire in a single area. And so as I could go up. Let me go up with this one here. So I can do convergence where I'm actually aiming both of them at the same spot. And that will allow me to put out the fire in one area where those two 180-degree arcs, I just would never be able to do that. And so having the fire, having this convergence, and then if I put one in the back, or two in the back even, I can rotate them and have convergence, and then still have 180, have 360 degrees of coverage. And I think that's going to just be a better system to do it like that. I think that will just be better. All right, so I think we'll end the video there. I still have some connecting to do. I have to hook up the sprinklers down in the stern, in the engine room. I have to add those panels around for actual firefighting. I might not cover them. I might have them visible. I'm not sure yet. That might just make it, because that big box I was sticking in the front, it looked asymmetrical. The real ship, let me see if I can find a quick, I have a render of the ship that this is based off of, or inspired by. I like to say inspired by. I have to take a lot of liberties, and I want to take a lot of liberties and make it my own, and so I end up changing a bunch of things. And so, there is some inspiration often, but, often also it's me kind of coming up with my own designs a little bit. So this here is the inspiration for Triton. As you can imagine, it's another Damen, which is pretty much all I make. Haven't decided if I want to put the front mast in. I know it's a legal requirement, but it's kind of annoying. See, you can even see on this picture, this is a terrible picture. I'll get a better res picture. It has two fire cannons in the front there. Let's go through the pictures of this, and I'll kind of show you some of the inspiration for this. That's a terrible low-res pic. All right, so this is a good rendering here. It actually has this one. They're all different, these renders, but this one actually has a firefighting nozzle up there and one on there. You see it has a 4 push-off life boats. I just can't get them that small. It has one back here, too. That's interesting. It has one side, I think, has the little cutouts that I put in there. One doesn't, has the helipad. This is a fisheries research vessel, IRL. But you can kind of see the inspiration for where I got the inspiration for this ship, and kind of general layout. Like, it has a staircase in the back. I didn't do that. I pushed, this goes all the way back on mine. Like, you can see some of these are different. Like, this looks like this comes back further on that render, on that actual picture. Yeah, so this has like that. And then so this is of course where my containers go, and then I have man overboard boat and the lifeboat. But yeah, so that's, and then that's the, oh wow, that's bright. That's the inspiration for the crane. I love it if we could get some longer pistons, but yep, so I think we'll end it there. It was good work on the firefighting stuff here. I'll try to decide what I do next time. I might continue this and try to finish it up. So I will see you in the next one.